Hello, history enthusiasts. Get ready for a story of two empires, big empires with chariots and swords and sandals probably. This is the Battle of Nihariya, year 1237 BC. Assyrians versus Hittites. It's a real humdinger. We're talking epic battles, cunning strategies, and maybe a snack break or two. Okay, I made that last part up. But who knows, ancient history is full of mysteries. So buckle up, let's journey back in time. Prepare to be amazed and slightly amused. Let's meet our first contender, Assyria, led by the ambitious Tukulti-Ninurta I. Imagine him twirling his mustache, dreaming of conquest. He wanted to make Assyria the biggest, baddest empire around, and who can blame him? It's good to have goals. Tukulti-Ninurta wasn't messing around. He built a powerful army. Chariots thundered, soldiers marched, arrows flew. He was like the CEO of ancient warfare, and business was booming. But there was a problem, a big Anatolian-shaped problem called the Hittite Empire. In the other corner, we have the Hittites, ruled by Muwatalli II, a name that's harder to pronounce than it looks. Trust me, I've tried. The Hittites were no pushovers. They had chariots too. And iron, fancy stuff for 1237 BC. Muwatalli saw Tukulti-Ninurta coming. He knew a showdown was brewing. He rallied his troops, polished their armor, probably, and prepared for a good old-fashioned Mesopotamian throwdown. Tensions were higher than a giraffe in a limbo contest. Both sides wanted control of trade routes and bragging rights, of course. You know how it is. Assyrian and Hittite diplomats probably exchanged strongly worded letters, or maybe they just yelled at each other across the border. We may never know. One thing's for sure, something had to give, and that something was the small matter of a massive battle. The stage was set. The armies were assembled. The snacks were probably running low. It was time for the Battle of Nihariya. Section 5, Clash of Titans. The Battle of Nihariya explodes. And then it happened, the Battle of Nihariya. Thousands of soldiers clashed. Chariots raced across the battlefield. Swords swung. Arrows rained from the sky. It was chaotic, loud, and probably a bit smelly. War is no picnic. Even with ancient Mesopotamian snacks, we don't have all the details. Ancient historians weren't too concerned with blow-by-blow accounts. They were more into who won and who lost. But we can imagine the scene, the clash of bronze on bronze, the shouts of soldiers, the occasional chariot running over someone's foot. Ouch. Section 6, a humorous look at ancient warfare, chariots, bronze, and shouting. Now you might be thinking, chariots, really? But let me tell you, chariots were the ancient equivalent of tanks. They were big, scary, and hard to steer. Imagine a chariot race. Now imagine that race with swords and spears, and grumpy Hittites and Assyrians. That's ancient warfare in a nutshell. And the bronze, everything was bronze. Helmets, swords, shields, even the snacks. Okay, maybe not the snacks. It must have been a very shiny battle, very noisy. Imagine thousands of soldiers banging their bronze swords against their shields. Talk about a headache. Section 7, the aftermath. Who won the big bronze bird prize? So who emerged victorious from this epic clash? Well, it's a bit of a head-scratcher. Both sides claimed victory, typical. The Assyrians boasted about their triumphs. The Hittites did the same. It's like trying to figure out who ate the last cookie when everyone's got crumbs on their face. The truth is, it was probably a draw, a bloody, exhausting draw. Both sides were battered and bruised, but hey, at least they got a good story out of it, and that's what really matters, right? There's Section 8. Why should we care? Nihariya's ripple effects. Now, you might be wondering, why should I care about a battle that happened over 3,000 years ago? And that's a fair question. But the Battle of Nihariya wasn't just about two empires duking it out. It had ripple effects, like a really old historical pebble in a very large pond. The battle weakened both empires. This paved the way for new players on the ancient Mesopotamian scene. It's like when you're playing a game of Risk and two players wear each other down, giving someone else a chance to swoop in and conquer everything. History, it's just like board games, but with more bloodshed. Section 9, conclusion. History is hilarious sometimes. So there you have it, the Battle of Nihariya, an epic clash of empires, complete with chariots, bronze, and questionable hygiene. It was a pivotal moment in ancient history, and let's be honest, it's a pretty good story. History might seem like a bunch of dates and names, but it's also full of hilarious characters, epic battles, and ridiculous situations. So you just have to know where to look and maybe have a slightly warped sense of humor. But hey, that's what makes history fun. So next time you're feeling down, just remember the Battle of Nihariya and the fact that you weren't the one who had to clean up afterward.